10 off the wall and or random preps you should be storing. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Kind of on this kick of, talking about lists, top 10, stuff like that for some reason. I don't know, I just go with the flow. Just like, I don't edit my videos, just raw, uncut, I am who I am, like me or don't. But anyway, so off the wall preps, or you can call them etc. preps, random preps, whatever. So the first one is very, very usable. Duct tape. Duct tape, I use duct tape all the time. I use it for lots of different things. I use it for things that it should be used for, and I use it for things that it probably shouldn't be used for, but you got to make do sometimes. You got to redneck it a little bit and make it work. So that's a good thing. Number 2, batteries. Batteries, because flashlights need batteries, headlamps need batteries, tack lights need batteries, red dots need batteries, all these kind of things. Some of the more common batteries that I recommend stockpiling would be AA's, AAA's, 2032s, 123s, depending on what you have your uses for, C's, D's, those kind of batteries. Common batteries. Very, very good. You can get them anywhere. And yeah, it's good to have in your preps. Number 3, and this isn't in numerical order, of course, as always, zip ties. Another thing, like duct tape, you can use zip ties for so many different things. I use them for holding up things in my garden. I use them for lots of different things. You can also get the big heavy-duty ones and use them as flexi cuffs if you need to restrain anybody ever. Yeah, you don't have to have the official flexi cuffs. You just take one of the big ones. They're about this big when you make a loop. Start it, and then start the next one through the other one and start it. Just start it, don't pull it tight, so then they're linked together. Fold them back on each other, string them in your gear or something like that. So all you gotta is reach back, grab, pull them out, put them on somebody, zip on both sides, good to go. Zip ties are very useful for lots of things. Like I said, I use them all over the place also. Number 4, hand and foot warmers. They are what they are. They can help keep you warm in a situation, especially if you're sitting out on a static post in the dead of winter, when you are LPOP, listening post, observation post, standing security, or you have to be outdoors and you're not necessarily being active. You're being more in a more sedentary role, and if you're outside in the cold for longer and for extended periods of time, for hours and hours and stuff like that, they can really help. Keep your feet warm, keep your hands warm. You can put them under your armpits. Very useful to have. Number 5, nails and screws. Again, very useful for their obvious intended purposes: building, assembling things, building your chicken coops, building an extra shelter for somebody that came in from your tribe. You can also use them in offensive and defensive roles, security-related roles. I'm not really going to go into that. I talk about more of that kind of stuff on Patreon. Links in the description below. Hundreds of videos, $1 a month. I mean, come on, it's well worth it. But there's a lot of things like you see Mad Max take a baseball bat, drive nails through it, stuff like that. Improvised weapons. Yeah, there's a lot of different uses for nails and screws. Number 6, baling wire. Baling wire is very useful. It's just a heavy gauge wire. You can use it for stringing up plants in your garden to help them stand up. You can use it for tangle wire. What is tangle wire? I've done videos here on that. I believe I mentioned it. I have videos on Patreon about it. You ever seen those movies where they're trying to sneak in and to a vault and steal something, and they got those laser beams going all over the place, and they have to go through them to get to the object or whatever it is. Same concept, same idea, just with 550 cord, baling wire, barbed wire, whatever, some kind of strings, wires, stuff like that, strung at different angles, different areas, different heights, all that kind of stuff. So what it does, it's a delay feature. It slows anybody coming through that area down. It doesn't stop them. It's not a denial feature. It's a delay feature. So you can use that in security purposes also, as well as binding 2 poles together or repairing something. There's a lot of uses for baling wire. Very important. Number 7, lighters. I mean, come on. We all know why. lighters, wrap them in the duct tape, which is number one, and keep them in your gear. Keep them in your vehicles. Keep them in your packs. Keep them on your tack gear. Keep them in your EDC. Keep them everywhere. Keep them in drawers in your house. Lots of lighters all over the place. Because why? It's work smarter, not harder, basically. Know how to start all the primitive fire starting methods, canoe method, bow and drill, all the different, there's a lot of different ways. Ferro rod and steel, flint and steel, all those things. But why make it more difficult on yourself? In SHTF, you don't want to be spending the time doing that. If you have to do it, great. Have the skills so you can do it. But you want to make things easy on yourself. You're going to have enough demands on your time as it is when this stuff goes down. So make it easy on yourself. Get some lighters. Just light the fire. I mean, come on. Why make it more difficult? I know it's cool to do all the bushcraft stuff, but I'm starting mine with a lighter if I have it. All right, number 8, super glue. Another thing. Super useful. Super glue. I use it for stuff all the time. I mean, fixing coffee mugs, pottery, kids' toys, sometimes improvised situations and tactical gear, or I have to use it. Oh, that reminds me. I got an honorable mention. I got to throw in here. Remind me about that at the end of the video. Super glue is very useful. You can also use it to close up wounds. Although the stuff not made, the super glue that's not made for medical purposes, stings a lot. It hurts. I'm not joking about that. But super glue and duct tape. Ooh, y'all Marines, got that from you guys. But if you have an injury that really hurts a lot anyway, who cares about a little bit of stinging for the super glue if you really got to close that wound up? And it's only in limited situations. I'm not recommending you guys use it for that, but there's a lot of uses for super glue anyway. Number 9, spray paint. Flat, ultra flat spray paint in earth tones. Very important. You may have to spray paint your travel trailer, your vehicle, your tactical gear, your clothing if it's not conducive to the environment you're in. Lots of different things. Your tarps, your shelters, whatever you need to spray paint to reduce shine signature and or visual recognition, the signature of what people are looking at, so that you can remain on the down low, you can remain unseen. It's one tool in your toolbox for that. So I highly advocate spray paint, ultra flat in earth tones. Talking tans, browns, greens, maybe a little bit of black just to do some shadowing and stuff like that, but not too much black found in nature. Number 10. Sorry, right before this video I swallowed something wrong. That's why I'm clearing my throat. Penetrating oil. Penetrating oil is really good for getting loose, old, rusty, stuck bolts, nuts, all these kind of things when you're working on stuff. Because in a situation where we have to be more self-sufficient and we're dealing with more of our own things and fixing our own things, we're going to run into issues like this. That bolt, that nut, that whatever it is, hasn't been broken free since, say, the vehicle was built, or this was built, or that was built. So penetrating oil will help loosen up those, get in there and break down all that stuff, and enable you to fix what you need to fix more effectively. I know that this list, there's a million other things I could have thrown on this list, but I gotta do an honorable mention because it's one of my favorite products. I use it a lot of times for different things. What is that? Shoe goo. Shoe goo is awesome. I use it for repairing my shoes. Actually, as a matter of fact, you can see right here in this shoe. See? Right there? There's a little bit of shoe goo. I don't know if you can see it. But the boots are still in good condition, but it started to lift up a tiny bit on the front there, so I just threw squirted some shoe goo underneath there, held it down, and then kind of wiped it over the top, make a smooth layer, just to make sure that no water's getting in there. Very good use. Also used in putting jute on ghillie suits and or the support netting and or stringing for tying jute off to for your ghillie suits, for your sniper suits, high speed, low drag, I'm cool guy stuff. Yeah, seriously, you can use it for that. You can also use it, a plethora of things, repairing tarps, tents, anything that needs to be waterproof, that is waterproof or was waterproof and maybe starts to leak. There's a lot of things you can use it for to seal up things like that. You could use, I mean, I don't know all the uses. I can't just come off the top of my head. There's a lot of uses for shoe goo. Anyway, those are my 10 plus 1 bonus. So let me go over them again. And like I said, I could have made this list millions long. But first off, before I recap, please subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos, comment below, and ring the notification bell. Click the little all so you get most of the notifications. And if you're not seeing my videos show up in your feed and you want to watch them, which I hope you do, go to my channel, click on the videos tab, and they'll all still be there. The algorithm shuts me down, doesn't like you, doesn't like me. We got to do the things, right? Okay, so here's my recap. Duct tape, batteries, zip ties, nails and screws, baling wire, lighters, super glue, spray paint, ultra flat earth tones, penetrating oil, and the honorable mention of shoe goo. Shoe goo definitely should have been on that list, probably more than super glue. I use it, well, I don't know. I use them both a lot. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. Maybe I talked about something you hadn't thought of before. That's why we do this. We got to get our creative juices flowing. I'm trying to empower you guys, get you guys to think. And I'm just throwing out ideas. This isn't the end-all be-all. Obviously, this isn't an all-inclusive list for your etc. prep boxes, whatever you have. But a lot of this stuff is very important, very useful, and it's a good start. So please, prep at a peace of mind, not at a fear, and make sure you're prepping a little bit every day. And I gotta say this, fitness is key. Fitness, fitness, fitness. Please be exercising, please be working out, please be doing whatever you can to improve your health and your fitness. It's gonna be vital, 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 vital in tough times. So please do it. I love you guys and I care about you guys. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.